Operational excellence is a concept that attempts to ensure the entire organization is striving to meet the needs of their customers with every interaction. The customers could be traditional point-of-sale customers, or other departments within the organization. At its core, operational excellence is a strategy for organizational leadership and intelligence, though it will certainly impact people at every level of the organization. One of the core aspects of operational excellence is being able to outperform the competition in terms of consistency and reliability for the customers. Every single time a customer interacts with the company, they should walk away with a positive experience. This is important because while it can take a long time to earn the loyalty of customers, a single negative experience can end the relationship forever. Even within the organization, if another department is not satisfied with the way another department did their task, they are unlikely to work as well with them in the future. This can make it much more difficult going forward to complete projects properly. The important part of operational excellence is known as the Shingo Prize. Any organization that has incorporated 10 key principles is going to naturally create a great overall experience for their customers, both internal and external. In the end, creating a great work environment will benefit the employees, management, customers, and of course, the bottom line.
Making a weather forecast involves 3 steps: observation and analysis, extrapolation to find the future state of the atmosphere, and prediction of particular variables. One qualitative extrapolation technique is to assume that weather features will continue to move as they have been moving. In some cases, the third step, prediction, simply consists of noting the results of extrapolation, but actual prediction usually involves efforts beyond this. The tools that meteorologists can use for forecasting depend on the intended range of the forecast, or how far into the future the forecast is supposed to extend. Short-range forecasts, sometimes called nowcasts, extend up to 12 hours ahead. Daily range forecasts are valid for 1 to 2 days ahead. This is the range in which numerical forecasting techniques have made their greatest contribution. In the 1980s, however, the techniques also became useful in the development of medium-range forecasts, which extend from 3 to 7 days ahead. Extended-range forecasts, which extend more than a week ahead, depend on a combination of numerical and statistical forecast guidance. Finally, short-term climate forecasts, such as the 1-month and 3-month average forecasts issued by the Climate Prediction Center of the National Weather Service, NWS, depend mostly on statistical guidance. The decreasing usefulness of numerical forecasts with increasing range reflects imperfections in current numerical models, but it also reflects the extreme complexity of the atmosphere. Theoretical results show that perfect forecasting schemes should become useless for describing daily weather at a range of 2 to 3 weeks, although skill remains for forecasting monthly averages in certain cases.
Mexico is one of the most biodiverse countries in the world, home to vast swaths of forest ecosystems ranging from tropical to deciduous to cloud to evergreen. Nearly 80% of the forested land is owned by indigenous groups and ejidos, communities that share land granted by the state. A majority of these communities suffer extreme poverty and rely on subsistence agriculture and remittances for survival. With few employment opportunities, many have whittled their own forests away through illegal logging and clear-cutting. But in other cases, forest communities have become the tree's best guardians. Across Mexico, ecotourism plays a key role in forest conservation. It addresses the twin problems of rural poverty and deforestation and can generate revenue on par with logging and clear-cutting. The influx of visitors to remote areas incentivizes locals to preserve their natural resources. In addition to protecting forests and generating income in places where jobs are scarce, ecotourism can also improve gender equity, preserve local culture, and protect wildlife.
Instinct is a term used to describe a set of behaviors that are both unlearned and set in motion as the result of some environmental trigger. Instincts are also often discussed in relation to motivation, since they can also occur in response to an organism's need to satisfy some innate internal drive tied to survival. Instincts are present across species and are consistent within individual species. In other words, many different species rely on instincts, and if one member of a species possesses an instinct, then they all do. Before we move into a discussion of specific types of instincts, it is important to distinguish the difference between an instinct and a reflex. Both are types of unlearned behavior that tend to serve a survival purpose. The difference is that a reflex is typically a simple reaction, or a response to an environmental trigger, whereas an instinct is a much more complex set of behaviors.
Different types of food provide different levels of energy. The three macronutrients, carbohydrate, protein and fat, are not all equal in the number of calories they provide. Protein and carbohydrate have less than half of the calories per gram as fat does. Because fat provides more calories per gram, many healthy eaters try to limit the amount of fat in their diet. But some types of fat are necessary for a healthy body. Polyunsaturated fat, for example, helps you to maintain a healthy heart. And even though carbohydrates provide fewer calories, refined carbohydrates provide fewer nutrients than complex carbs. So are all calories the same when it comes to weight loss? Experts generally agree that a calorie is a calorie. It doesn't necessarily matter where your calories come from. To lose weight, you need to consume less and burn more. However, some calories provide weight loss benefits. For example, calories from protein are helpful in building and maintaining muscle. When you have more muscle, you are better able to stay active during the day and burn more calories. And calories from foods rich in fiber help you to feel full and satisfied throughout the day, which is helpful when trying to lose weight.